It just newly started? What happened?
As far as I know, yeah. I would wait by your vehicles for the time being anyways.
Oh, okay.
Luckily this they've been able to put the fire out before it turned into an inferno.
Well, the smell of smoke is still filling the air as I cycle past part of the area which was on fire just an hour ago. There's fortunately a river right down the valley bottom here, and the helicopter could scoop the water out and put this one out before it became too big, but it's still covering an area of probably 6 acres.
At last, there's some relief from the heat.
It's absolutely pouring out there. I'm trying to hide under a big pine tree as a thunderstorm goes past. It's a nice place to have a wee rest though. In here, you know the smell of pine forest when it's raining. That smell of wet grass and tree sap. That thunder's right overhead now. There's been in the news quite a lot of accidents because of the thunderstorms further east in Canada. People being hit by lightning. Especially people in these big RVs, these big recreational vehicles which are metal, have been touching their vehicles and then lightnings strike. I'm allowed to laugh. No one's died. Everyone's just been a little bit electrocuted. I laugh because these big RVs are not my favourite things on the road.
Mark soon to leave the wilds of Canada and enter the United States through the small town of Ushuaia. So far he's climbed the highest mountain in North America and cycled nearly 2,500 miles, all in just 64 days.
That's the customs house just ahead, so I better put my camera away. Let's go to America. I'm in America. Great to be here. I know I've been in America before when I was in Alaska, but Alaska didn't really feel like America. Alaska felt like Alaska. It's not quite the same.
Mark may have had a change of country, but as he heads through Washington State, there's no change in the heat, and the Rocky Mountains haven't finished with him yet.
Oh, I'm loving a moment's shade in the trees. These climbs in the 40-degree heat are absolutely brutal. I've done hot desert riding before, but I don't think I've ever done such hot hilly riding. These climbs are long. I mean, you can see how much I'm sweating and what I'm losing from the salt marks on my shirt. All this white down here, this white shows the amount of salt which I'm losing, which I need to put back in if I'm not going to, in the long run, get pretty depleted.
But I'm so down but I'm out on the road again. I'm on the road again. I ain't got no woman just to call my special friend. On the road again.
It's freezing.
After his first proper wash in 500 miles, Mark discovers he's not the only one feeling the heat.
Who am I? What do I know? Without love, Where shall I go?
I've found another couple of cyclists. I've hardly met any going through Alaska and Canada, so it's great to see some other cyclists on the road, and these guys have certainly done some big miles themselves and are musicians.
Find the world in your home. We've been traveling over 12 years by bicycle now. We just went over 29,000 just a few days ago. We just crossed the 29,000 mark.
44 countries.
44 countries.
44 countries.
Not as many as you've done.
44 countries on a bike. And what's your idea when you travel? I mean, you've just played
Bring
some...
joy to people through music and.
Okay, so it is the music. That's, you know, the bikes and the music.
Yeah.
So where do you normally end up playing your music?
We'll go to old age homes, hospitals, jails, prisons, schools. We've been to universities.
Orphanages. Homeless shelters.
We've played for the dying. We've even played at funerals. We've played for people that were just born and their families, of course, and absolutely everything in between. And you will walk a better way, see a brighter day, build a better world for tomorrow and today. We can walk a better way, see a brighter day.
Mark has now cycled 2,600 miles and on day 70 is entering the state of Montana. This is cowboy ranch country. Having grown up riding a horse on a Scottish farm, Mark can't turn down the chance to swap 2 wheels for 4 legs. He's joining family ranch owner Mona for a day of cattle driving.
These are what's going to protect your legs today, so when you get back on the bike, hopefully your legs won't be too sore to ride.
Mona, who is looking after me, has managed to find some jeans and a cowboy shirt to fit because there's nothing I'm carrying on the bike which would have been suitable at all for riding a horse. What sort of people are still working the land up here?
It's still mostly family ranching and or
Come on, Treasure.
people who have bought it that come in and for the love of the land and Montana and the way of life. But our part of the world, there's still a lot of working ranches, family-owned ranches, and the reason being is people are trying to maintain that way of life for the generations to come, which it's becoming harder and harder to do it with, you know, regulation and costs and everything involved.
So we've seen the cattle and we're going to move up the creek.
If they tend to be wanting to go that way, you can kind of ride a little higher and it pushes them back down.
Come on! The cattle here, and it's my job to stay behind them and push them up. Come on! Come on! Come on! Hey!
We got them under control now.
Yeah.
See, they were all wanting to go that way.
It's almost a daily job for the cowboys and cowgirls to keep these cattle moving. Come on! Come on! See, you've got the cattle going in the right direction now. This is good. Amazing. First day cowboy. I could do more of this. It's incredible out here. Never-ending horizons. Cowboy riding is a lot harder than I thought. I'm exhausted. It's a completely different sort of fitness and muscles than cycling a bike, that's for sure. I know I'll be walking funny and I'll probably be pretty tomorrow.
After a decent meal on the ranch, it's just a few days before Mark is faced with a recurring problem. Finding the 6,000 calories his body requires every day.